A very rare retro racing report. From Tuesday, August 13th, 1946, from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. There are no images, and this is a very small program, so we've coupled it up with a Saturday night, August 17th, from Los Angeles Coliseum. So the Midgets ran Tuesday night in Pasadena, and then the following Saturday night, they were at LA Coliseum. The race at the Coliseum was 250 laps. We're combining these programs as they are from obviously the same week, and neither of them have many pictures inside. So with this retro racing report, we've also added a couple of pictures that I already have on file. We'll toss those in there. We do have the results. They are more complete from the Rose Bowl than they are from the Coliseum this time around. There are a couple of minor articles in here, and that's where we're going to go to. So be sure to subscribe. You can like the video and comment as well. There it is, Retro Racing Reports from the Rose Bowl, Mighty Midgets, Tuesday night, August 13th, 1946. What manner of men are these? Are they professionals? In a way, yes. They're paid off in money, but only prize money. They get paid only what they win in actual competition. They do not get, nor do they even ask for expense money, as is the case in many amateur sports. The purses are 40% of the gross gate, less taxes, and most of that is paid to the drivers that run up front in the main event. This is done by popular vote of both the drivers and car owners. Their mutual feeling is, put it up front and let's run for it. May the best man win. Are they reckless? Positively not. Automobile racing is to them a sport that they like and have developed a skill for, as Babe Ruth for baseball, Red Grange for football, etc. Their chosen sport is dangerous, they well know. Car owners will hardly ever give a driver that drives over his head a ride. A good driver is one that can take full advantage of any opening presented. He watches his oil pressure, heat indicator, keeps his fuel pressure up, and eases off if his tires start to go. To quote a racer, "'Tis better to lose this one and be ready for the next." As a matter of fact, lots of the best drivers in the world have eased off or pulled in simply because they got too tired. Are they perfectionists? Yes. Most of these cars cost $6,000 and more just for the car. Then comes days and weeks of the most exacting mechanical adjustments. First, get the bugs out. Second, find the right combination of tires and gears for the many types of tracks. A lower gear for this one, a slick tire with the shoulder inside for another, a better type of carburation. On and on, always seeking something a little bit better. And then one day it turns up on your highway car at standard equipment. Are they sportsmen? Very definitely yes. Auto racing is probably the only sport of the big league proportions, amateur or professional, in which the competitors receive only what they win in actual competition. Besides which, physically, mentally, and in cash of the realm, they have more at stake individually than any other sportsman. By the way, did you know that promoter Leo Lefebvre sponsors a semi-pro baseball team, which he says is the best 9 in these parts? It's known as the Rose Bowl Midgets. Strange as it seems, none of the players are under 5 feet 10 inches tall. Leo explains that they are the world's largest midgets. That was pretty fun. From the Rose Bowl program of August 13, 1946, there's an article in the LA Coliseum program for 250-lap Gold Cup race. This event that was won by Sam Hanks. 250 laps going in circles. Here we go, fumes from the pits. Another chapter in the history of midget racing, a sport which has grown like the speedsters go, will be added to the book tonight when the checkered flag signals the end of the 250-lap Coliseum Classic. This event is the major league test of the Pee Wee pilots and their mounts, and the race may develop into the Indianapolis of the West. In some respects, the 250 circuit grind is tougher than the Memorial Day affair at the Hoosier Oval. The distance, of course, is much less than the 500-miler, but the Midgeteers will have 100 more turns to negotiate. The Indianapolis Saucer is a 2.5-mile track, which means that a jockey tracks up 500 miles in 200 times around it and making 400 turns. Here, the Leadfoots will have to navigate their sleek little hot rods around 500 curves. That's 100 more than Indianapolis before this chase is over. The rough part of automobile racing is in the turns, and it's in these spots that you can measure the ability of the chauffeurs in the cars. It takes plenty of ability and a finely made machine to be able to go into a curve and come out the other end with four wheels on the asphalt and still going in the right direction. It's tough too on those arms and the muscles that move them. Same goes for the eyes and all those other physical attributes that mean the difference between an ordinary driver and a great one. In another place where the long race takes its toll is the tire. Good racing rubber is still a scarce item, and United Racing Association held up the sanction of the Classic because of this barrier. But this problem was solved by Hollywood Bill White, the Coliseum promoter, by going out and buying a big batch of donuts for the speed buggies. The pits will be well stocked with spares. In an ordinary main event, the object is to get out in front, pour the coals to the engine, and head for home base. But a 250-lap grind calls for many kinds of speed strategy. Perhaps the winner will be the pilot who gives his job to Works, piles up a long lead, which he hopes will give him plenty of time advantage for the pit stops. Or it may turn out to be a calculating lad, the kind who figures just how much speed it will take to roar in first, sets a certain pace for himself, and then sticks to it. Again, the victor may be the speed artist who has Lady Luck riding along as a co-pilot. That's the gal who so often helps the driver out of a tight spot and leads him into the winner's circle. All these angles, and 1,000 more, are what spell the difference between just another racing card and a big-time event, the same things which make Indianapolis the greatest single sports venue in the nation. The 250-lap Gold Cup race, ran this Saturday night, was won by Sam Hanks. The Rose Bowl event was won by Mack Hellings. And there you go. Be sure to subscribe and comment and share the video.